Hi, this is Jason from the Strength Guys, and today I'm going to take you through the squat of Ryan Doris in a program called Dartfish Team Pro. Dartfish is a central feature of our technique analysis here with our powerlifters at the Strength Guys, and it's a program that's used heavily in academia and then also with high-up sport academies to analyze performance of not only weightlifting but of many other Olympic sports. So the first thing that we want to do with this technique analysis is we want to get an idea of what Ryan's structure is like. So on a good day, Ryan is 1.72 meters tall. So we're going to set that as our reference value. And then from this, we're just going to measure out the distance of his leg, of his thigh, and then of his trunk to give us an idea of his proportions. So this information will be considered later on. Next, we're going to do what's called a BPA on Ryan's squat, and BPA stands for bar path analysis, and it's quite common in many different applications. But Dartfish has a few new features, a few innovative features, which are going to help us look at the lift in a whole new way. But before that, we just want to watch Ryan's setup to make sure that no errors are occurring. So we're going to set up a zoom feature, and we're going to watch him set his stance for the set that we're about to look at. So we see that his walkout involves one step back with his right foot, and then he is setting his left foot. And then if we look here, he's actually set his right foot further back than his left foot, so there's an asymmetry in his setup. And we're actually going to see this issue manifest itself on the first rep of the set. So next up, we're going to do a bar path analysis. So the start position of the rep, you can see him fire his hips back there. So we're going to set the start position here, and we're going to ask Dartfish to track the movement and show us trajectory. So now we're going to play through it. And if you look here, because of the error that occurred during the walkout, Ryan accidentally made contact with the rack here. So that was rep 1, and it wasn't normal by his standards, so we're going to look at the next repetition. And on this rep, what we're going to do is we're going to perform what's called a loss of power analysis. So Dartfish not only has the ability to track bar path, which is common, but it also has the ability to track distance between two drawings. So I'm going to set up a data table here, and we're going to look at distance from the ground, time, so we're going to set the time code to 0, and then the speed at which the barbell is moving. So we're once again going to set this to track Ryan's bar path, and then we're going to ask it to show its trajectory. So now we're going to enter this in and display the distance between this marker, which is on the ground, and this marker, which is on the moving barbell. And we're going to ask it to do that every 5 fields. So now we're good to go. And you'll see that the table populates itself. So now that the rep is finished, we're going to suspend tracking, and we're going to look back at the table. So where does Ryan's sticking point occur? That's the question that we want to answer. And so we're gonna start down at the very bottom position of the squat. So So you see that in this cell here is the speed, and so going down, it's moving at negative 0.68 meters per second, which means it's moving closer to the ground. And as we start to go down and then go up again, Ryan is a really quick transition where the barbell is now going to start going up. So we're moving at 0.65 meters per second, 0.72, 0.76, 0.79, and 0.81 meters per second. So that's the initial bounce out of the hole with the stretch reflex. And now what we're going to see is a deceleration. So you see we actually reached a peak speed of 0.85 meters per second. But now we're starting to slow down. And we're going to see this continue to occur up to the point where we're now moving at 0.71 meters per second. So over this 15 centimeter range, Ryan is experiencing deceleration in his squat. And so where's the sticking point? Is it at the slowest point, or is it at the onset of deceleration? Well, his sticking point occurs in this entire 15 centimeter range, where it manifests itself with our slowest possible speed. But it begins right after we meet peak speed and begin our deceleration phase. So you see that once Ryan is able to get his hips back under the barbell, which is a common component of the sticking point, he'll start to accelerate through the rest of the lift and finish it off. So Dartfish is something that we use with a lot of our powerlifters, and we're excited to be bringing it to you for our camp attendees. On squat, bench press, and deadlift, you'll be receiving a Dartfish analysis. I hope that you found this video interesting, and I'll see you soon.